Hi, I'm Garrett Dow, owner and creator of RepeaterBook.com, call signs KD6KPC. Hey, I just wanted to show you something that's not really published on RepeaterBook, but being a database-driven website, I can pull stats from it. So just some stats maybe you're interested in, maybe you're doing a presentation somewhere or just interested generally in amateur radio repeater information. Total active repeaters in RepeaterBook here, you can see 35,614. So that's worldwide, how many repeaters we're actively tracking. Of that, we know the status of about 86% of them being on air, 8% we know is off air, but about 4% roughly we don't know the status of. I mean, I think that's pretty good that we know the status of 96%. And when I say no, we think we know, right? We need constant updates too. But at some point we listed 96% of the repeaters either on air or off air by some type of verification. If you're interested in how active the site is as far as how actively it's updated, in the last 7 days we've added 20 repeaters. We've completed 334 user originated requests, completed 533 updates. Our admins are also proactively performing updates. 6 repeaters were reviewed and 54 propagation reports. Last 30 days, we've added 71 repeaters. We can look at annual. We've added 705 this year. You can see in the last year, we've fielded 11,416 requests, and then our admins completed 19,000 updates also. 244 user reviews and 1,400 propagation reports. So the site's active. We're getting a lot of participation. But this is where I think some people may be more interested is digital repeaters and how many digital repeaters are out there and what type. So right now we're showing in our database, this is the entire world, 4,192 DMR repeaters. System Fusion second place with 3,371. And these are repeaters that are not just the DR1, DR2s, but they're actively, as far as we know, using the C4FM feature, not just putting out analog FM like some of them do. D-Star, 2,470. P25 is up and coming, 698. I don't think it's ever really going to compete with those upper three, but there it is. And then NXDN's 170. We could add in Tetra, but Tetra's not really common in North America, but it is common other places. And M17 is just so low that we're just starting to track that. We're not getting a whole lot of info on who has M17 yet, but maybe as that'll grow, we'll see that. So if we look here, we've got US and Canada numbers, so you can compare US versus Canada. The numbers start getting lower when you start going to other countries, so it's not individually tracked. If we look at how many digital versus analog repeaters in the world, we're about 70-30. 70% of repeaters are analog, 30% are digital. Hey, I'd like to know, is that a surprise to you? What number did you think that was going to be? If you thought about it all, and put it down in the comments below. I'd be curious to hear what you guys thought the split would be. And then when we look at ad trends, so this is month by month over the last year, how many new repeaters of certain types have been added to the database. DMR usually leads, System Fusion right behind it, and then D-Star running pretty steady, about 5 a month. Sometimes less, but average about 5 a month. I don't know how many D-Star repeaters ICOM is selling, if that matches up with what they're seeing, but that's about what we're getting. So then the last piece is our export stats. So you can export data from RepeaterBook, usually for programming software. So if you're interested in that, how active that is, how many people are using that. RT Systems putting out a good number in the last 30 days from within the app. So if you're in RT Systems, you can use RT Systems to query RepeaterBook and bring back data right into the app without even having to go to the RepeaterBook website. And we saw that over 9,500 times in the last 30 days. Only 745 times did folks come to the website, conduct their own custom search, and then export that to RT Systems, which you can do. And so the app itself is kind of limited in its search capability, where all the robust searching, all the custom searching you can do. If you haven't tried Proximity 2.0, it's a really great search. You can go there, create a search, export it for RT Systems, and bring that custom search into RT Systems through their import facility. So there's two ways to get data from RepeaterBook into RT Systems, and the same actually goes for Chirp. Chirp, you can also query RepeaterBook from right inside the app, or you can come to repeaterbook.com, conduct a custom search, and then export the data with Chirp or for Chirp, and then open up Chirp and then import it right into Chirp. So we're seeing out of the app over 11,600 queries this month from the Chirp app, and only 461 from the website taking a custom search and sending it to Chirp. So I don't know. I thought the numbers would be a little bit, maybe even more even on that, but maybe you're all unaware that you can do that. CSV, that's a generic export, not really compatible with any programming software per se. I suppose you can massage the data and the order of it to get it into something, or maybe some other program you're running. I was actually surprised that we're getting 1,000 a month on that. So I don't know. Hey, another one for the comments down below. What are you using the CSV export for? I don't know where it goes. Google Earth, that is all the repeater searches that you do and you get the results back. You can map it, whether just Google Maps or you can export on KML format with Google Earth. And we're seeing a few people do that. Not very much, but it is. Google Earth is a really, really neat way to view, if you're doing a statewide search of repeaters, to see all those repeaters on a map that you can. Google Earth is just a pretty cool tool. Then some specific brands of radios that we're exporting. The Anytone, especially the 868, 878. I think the 578 also, about 615. So the Anytone CPS system is not integrated with RepeaterBook. You have to come to RepeaterBook, conduct your search, and then hit the export to get to Anytone. ICOM, we've really been working on lately. We've got some ICOM exports in there. We're seeing, 464. That's not bad. Kenwood, only 30, but we really need to increase the number of radios that we support. I think we're supporting Kenwood D700 and the Kenwood D710, although those are maybe that's really about all Kenwood really has for using their CPS software on. Before that, they really didn't use CPS. So, maybe Kenwood's coming up here in the next year or two. They kind of took a step back from amateur radio, and maybe they'll come forward and then get into this user CPS programming also. Yaesu really has. If you look at Yaesu, they're surprisingly pulling more data, Yaesu owners, than Anytone owners. And Anytone, those guys are pulling it like crazy. DMR, they're pulling that. But Yaesu, we're supporting a lot of the newest radios. If you have the ADMS 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, whatever, you can come out to repeaterbook.com, pull the data and import it right into the ADMS software, which is free on the Yaesu site for look and see if your radio supports it. But, I own 4 FTM 300s, and I do the programming with the micro SD card with them. Works really well. We have a wiki article. If you go into the wiki, from the main page, there's a wiki search, and you can search on Yaesu and see exactly how to do the exports with Yaesu. But the 300, the 200, the 400, some other radios in there also supported. The FT3, for example, all supported. We're waiting for Yaesu to release the software for the FTM 500. Haven't seen it yet. If you need programming software for that, RT Systems has already released that, so they make that available. So, and if you don't know what Unit and Sentinel is, that's we here at RepeaterBook use a couple of Unit and scanners, particularly the BCD 536 and the SDS 100, and you can actually go into RepeaterBook and download a couple of states of repeaters and import that into the Sentinel software, which is basically programming software for the Unit and scanners. And you can use a scanner to scan all of the repeaters in the area. Of course, can't talk on a scanner, but we use it to find repeaters and see how active they are. Final piece on there says API. If you know what an API is, great. If not, maybe this means nothing. But we do have an API that allows folks to to hit the website and pull data for different applications and stuff like that. So anyway, hope that you find that interesting. Other stats you were wanting to know about and didn't, let me know again down in the comments. Like, subscribe. We'll do some more.